My son made an attachment for our vacuum cleaner just to see if he could, and it really sucks. Which, of course, is the point. It's awesome. I use it all the time. So I got to thinking about what other sorts of attachments might be useful. I remembered our old vacuum cleaner had a long, thin, flexible attachment that I could use to clean down inside the lint screen compartment in our dryer. I was bummed when that vacuum cleaner died, and our new one didn't have any equivalent attachment. That was years before my kids got me into 3D printing though, so it never occurred to me to just make my own adapter until my son showed me that we can. My son shared his design with me in Onshape so I could reuse his dimensions, since they worked so well. I love how he made the diagonal slice at the top. He wasn't sure how to make a tilted plane, but he knew how to make an offset plane parallel to a face. So, he made a face at the angle he wanted using a chamfer. Then, after he'd sliced the part using the offset plane, he deleted the face created by the chamfer to clean up. I love it. He ran up against an obstacle and found a way around. I showed him another way to do it using a line and an angle to define a plane, and then creating a second plane offset from that. Maybe you know an even easier way. If you do, please share in the comments. We love learning new tricks to speed up our design process. I still wasn't sure how I was going to make the adapter I wanted until my younger son showed me the way with an adapter he made for our leaf blower. A pair of old 8-foot fluorescent tubes in our garage recently burned out, and my older son noticed that a ping pong ball fits perfectly inside the plastic tubes they were wrapped in for protection. So, my younger son designed this adapter to turn one of those tubes into a ping pong ball cannon. It can blast out a whole bunch of balls at once, and they cluster really well. We try to see if we can catch two in one blast, but for me it's really hard to split my focus like that.
Oh, I caught one in my left hand, but not my right this time.
Anyway, we had this flexible tubing laying around, so I figured I'd try the same thing with our vacuum cleaner. Works great, but the diameter of the tube is pretty narrow. I put the adapter outside the tube to keep the minimum inner diameter as wide as possible. That's actually an idea I got from my son that he thought of as a future improvement for his Canon. But this tube itself is just a little too narrow for general use, I think. It's fun to play with, though. So, I made a flexible attachment that we can print in TPU, with a shape that's similar to what I remember from our old vacuum cleaner. It's narrow enough to get down into the dryer, but it's wide enough in the other direction to let a lot of air through. It was a little tricky to get our 85A TPU to print cleanly that tall, but in the end it worked great. The final trick to eliminate the stringing was this Avoid Crossing Walls option in OrcaSlicer. That eliminates the travel that creates the stringing in the first place. These were some fun projects. My kids and I all shared ideas and learned from each other to make cool creations. I'll put links to download 3D printing files for these nozzles in the description in case you want to try them out yourself or use them as inspiration for your own creations. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Shoot. There are rocks stuck in there.